Here you go.
Is it on?
We're on.
Oh my gosh, we're on.
I gotta get.
What are you fixing up now for? You should have waited. Done it before we got on.
Yes. Like
you do. Yeah, you're like me. You do all your primping and stuff before you get on. Welcome to. What are we gonna call this anything? I don't know. What are we gonna call it? What are we gonna call it? Oh my God, this is like the first Q&A that we've done since I've been back.
So this might be a Q&A, but we don't have any Q's. We just have A's.
Well, we have our own cues that
Right,
we know
right.
of that people are asking and stuff. We know that we went on to the YouTube comments and things like that, and then Randy's gotten texts, we've gotten emails and everything, and that we know that there's a lot that's going on. I mean, it's always a lot going on, but it's very busy.
Yeah.
And Randy wanted to come and write some questions, Q&A, and I know there's no door. Our door. Amber,
Hey, you know what? She's doing that. I'm going to show you guys kind of what's going on.
Amber
here.
tried to slam the imaginary door.
All right, so and I'm not going to flip. I'm just going to keep it running so I can't see the screen.
And this, you're on this too.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
They probably hear me.
Okay.
But this is our office. This is a conference room.
Conference room.
We've got one piece of glass. We still got it. It's weight. It came and it broke. The guys broke it. The glass company. And they had to order another one. But as you can see out here, the guys are working. Look.
They ain't working. They ain't working. Look at James.
You're doing
But
nothing.
James is like. "Grrr."
And then we've got our, like here, this is our boards.
The
We got
boards.
everything on the walls. So we're getting here. Look, we got our TV monitor up,
Yes.
our cabinets, all the wires.
Beautiful
It's like-
cabinet.
there's, of course, the mountain property.
Oh, can I show? Hold on.
Yeah,
Let me show you this.
big deal.
Amber did these for us. You ready?
Yeah, look.
Incredible tiny homes. It's our water.
Yeah.
And then something. Amber did the labels for it.
Isn't that neat?
Isn't that nice? So
Yep.
yeah.
Yep, so just
Fancy.
want to let you guys see where we're going, where we're progressing to, and what we're doing as a company. And of course, this is our office, and they're showing before us by the entryway. You come in, we got office on both sides, all the way down. Of course, Amber's office, Melissa, Allie, Tom.
Well, kind of.
Albert.
Explain too. I guess I could say it here. Why the doors are off.
Yeah, well, we're making all of them Dutch doors. So all of them have tops and bottoms.
Yeah.
And so we're doing that throughout. We're not. Yeah, here's one right here.
Randy, they can't hear you in there. Randy. Randy.
Can you hear me?
No, they can't hear you in there.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
done.
All right, we're done.
All right, so let's get back to our A's. Not
Yeah.
Q&A, but the A.
And we'll do. You know what? We'll do an office tour soon when it gets all done.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll have everything done. We'll do an office tour tomorrow. How
All
about
right.
that?
Good. I think
Okay.
that's a.
And this table needs some pledge. Lord, you got some pledge? Okay.
Yeah. So I just
All right.
wanted to, I think it's important because I have learned a lot in the last couple months of my travels. I have been able to go out west. I was gone almost 5 weeks.
Yes.
There's a lot that I want to explain to you guys. What's going on with our business? What I've learned about you all and about our advertising, our marketing, and who we are as a company, where we're going. And I think it's enlightening. The one thing that I think I want to, the first thing I want to share with you is that when I was able to leave here for 5 weeks, that when I come back, everything was still running.
Yeah.
It didn't miss a lick. And that's taken a long time to come about. And that
long
was
time.
such an accomplishment and a proof of showing that the people that we have working here are able to continue on with what I've started and the dream that I wanted to do. And it's not just mine anymore. It's not my dream. It's everybody's here that's working here. And it was, I just want you guys, if you're going to invest in our company, it's more than just me. Now there's people out here that love what we're doing. It's their livelihood, and they got a pride to keep it rolling. And then for me to be gone, I've been able to really meet a lot of people that are out and about. And one thing that I liked about it is getting to meet you all. Oh, she got a drink. Getting to meet you guys. And, when we talk on this phone and what we're doing, we don't know who we're talking to, and unless you get out here and you can see who you're talking to and you get a response back. And it was really nice to be able to see a bunch of folks,
Yeah.
you know, and meet them and say, hey, this is what we like to do.
Well, in different areas of the country too,
Yeah.
because I thought that was interesting. Because just what we hear, kind of sometimes you're just in your own little circle and you're only hearing what everybody else thinks there.
Hey, buddy.
But going out west, that's a whole different ball game. And you were out there and you got to talk to all kinds of people at the shows, going and looking at property and everything. There's Ace.
Yeah. Well, and what I want to do is continue on that path as being gone. We were able to be productive, meeting people but then when we were out there, of course, you guys know about Crystal Property, and we're looking at some other property. And when I look at that, and I'm going to tell you, it's not as glamorous in thinking, oh, we're developing all over the country. It is not like that. It is a hard thing to do and to justify the time that I'm putting into it, what I want to do and how we're going to do things. And just like Abbeville, Crystal, and some other places that we're looking into, I want to explain the process. Hello, Amanda.
Hello, Randy. How are
You look
you?
divine today.
Well, thank you very
Look
much.
how gorgeous she is.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's
You go,
this
yeah.
what's this little thing you got there? Doesn't say anything.
No, it don't say. Look at read again. It says Amanda should go home.
It says nothing.
Well, there you go. Kind of sums it up. It kind of sums it up.
Hey, this is
Well,
take two. We did a take one and
well,
Amanda scrapped it.
I scrapped some of it. Now I'm going to keep some of it, so this ain't going to be completely started over.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, but
welcome. What today is? It's today's Wednesday.
Well, I was going to say that it was Wednesday. Remember?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It
is March 29th.
March 29th.
You might as well say it's
March
April.
gone.
It's April.
All right. And we are going to do a Q&A. This is kind of like this is the Q&A without the Q. Because we don't have any questions.
I want to tell you, the girls went and got some drinks, and I said,
You said you would not drink any more sodas.
I lie all the time. Listen, I lie like a rug, but it's emergency Pepsi is
What's
what it
an
was.
emergency today? We're not stressed.
Anyway, I'm gonna coin the phrase, okay? Whenever you want to drink, we're gonna call it sucking Sonic.
Suck Sonic. I'm not going any further with that. Done.
We're sucking Sonic today. In other news.
Other news
Hey,
across the country.
look, Randy. Back to you, Randy.
Back to you, Amanda.
Hey, girl. What you doing? That's Josh.
Yeah, he just walked by.
There's Sam.
And there's Alyssa.
Wow. Nobody's working.
They're having a parade.
Nobody's working. All they're doing is walking.
Yeah, you turn the camera on, everybody takes a break.
Hey, look at Amber. Amber's got a candle that won't light.
Yeah.
Listen, here's what she did. She said, "Here, smell it." And I was like, "Oh, wow, that's nice." I'm like, she said, "But it won't light. It won't." I said, "What the hell? You tell me about a candle that won't light?"
You cussed. Amanda, this is a family operation.
Well, this ain't Sunday, okay? listen. This is what I say too. Coin this one. It ain't church. It's work, okay?
That's right. Gosh.
All right.
Here we go.
Moving on.
A whole list of questions.
The biggest thing is updates. Everybody wants to know, where are we at? It is spring cleaning. We're going to give you a full tour tomorrow of the office. It looks beautiful. Everybody's working hard to get everything done.
Yeah.
And
this is our conference room we got here.
But what we want to update is what they can see here. So let's start with Newport and move forward.
We're going to show Newport from our office.
Well, over here.
You can't see the city from here, Amanda.
That's it. Okay.
We're going to show Newport. What's that mean?
What I'm saying? Listen, you know what Cardi said to me the other day? Cardi come in here and he said, "I heard you all the way from the Grove." And this is another one I've claimed, the little coin, the phrase, "You will hear me before you see me."
And everybody right now is turning their volume up and down.
Up and down.
Yep.
It's like, God, Amanda. Okay, anyway.
Yeah. Dogs are barking, everything. You know what? In people's houses right now.
Sucking Sonic.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right. So what do you mean? Gonna
what
show
I'm saying,
Newport?
I want you to start with the Grove, cedar poles,
Yeah.
trailers, stuff about the property here.
Okay,
Updates.
okay, the Newport
Updates.
communities.
Yes, Newport communities.
It's a mess.
It's a mess. Girl, it's a mess. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I could go 10 million different ways on this, but we're just going to keep it straightforward in what we're doing, right?
Yes, sir.
There's so
yes,
many things
sir.
going on.
All right.
So the Grove is, we thought we were going to maybe start putting some homes there by the end of this week.
Yes, I heard
Parking
that.
them. So we will let you know on that. All the infrastructure's in.
You mean wait a minute? You mean the end of this week?
Yes.
Oh my God, that would be so amazing.
I'm trying to get it done. Now,
Okay.
before I left, I just got back last night from
You did.
Nevada.
Nevada.
So I'm not up to speed about what the Grove, because when I left last week, our goal was to start putting homes on the Grove at the end of the week.
Yes.
Maybe before the show's done, Tom or somebody come in and give us an update on it.
Okay.
But we did talk about the land, the Grove, because of so much rain we had.
Right.
To build the roads, the ground is still wet deep into the ground.
Okay.
And we've had to dig all our ditches and put everything and backfill them while it was still wet. And that's not good because you always want to lower moisture content when you're backfilling your ditches. Of course, we use gravel, all these things. So when you go back and put the roads in, they won't have a good foundation. So
Right.
they want it to dry out. But I'm not waiting for that. So we're going to
No,
go ahead and
we're
put the
not
roads.
waiting.
We're putting gravel. We're gonna get the gravel in. It's hard to explain. Normally we would cut the dirt out, fill it for gravel, and then you go on it. Here we're just gonna put gravel on top.
Yeah,
And we're gonna probably waste that gravel a little bit
Yeah.
because we're gonna take it back out
I see.
probably in the summer
Okay.
and then put in
When
the
it's
main
drier.
when it's drier, and then we'll put in that main road.
Okay.
But we're not waiting. We're putting gravel. We're putting houses in. We're gonna be. And it's
Now,
gonna
when
be,
you talk about putting gravel in it, so when you start putting houses over there, that means you're going to be able to drive on it. I mean, like for people to go ahead and start moving in, and then we work on the road as we go. Is that what you're talking about? Once they're moved
So I'm
in.
gonna gravel everything, put your houses in, you guys are gonna live. And then we're coming
Okay.
back when it's dry, and we're gonna remove everything we just put in there because it's a temporary road and gravel.
Okay.
And then we're gonna put the permanent road and gravel and everything, and it's gonna be sound forever. But right now, I'm not gonna
I
wait.
like that.
I'm not gonna wait 3 or 4 months.
No.
So all the gravel that we put in right now will be a waste. We'll just be burning it up. It's gonna be money that we won't get back, but we're doing it so people can get in their homes.
Well, I say since we're wasting that gravel, that nobody gets Christmas gifts this year. So we're going to count it as that. How about that? You know how your mom would do that and stuff? Say, well, all right, when it comes Christmas, you ain't getting this because you're getting that today. So we're getting gravel today. No Christmas gifts for December.
No Christmas.
No Christmas.
But that's the Grove, and we're gonna get the
Okay.
homes in there and get it done.
That's
All the
exciting.
infrastructure, the water, power, and sewer is in, done, hooked up.
Yay.
Now we're dressing it up, getting it ready, and getting ready so we can bring some homes out. That's the Grove.
Now let me ask about, well, along with the Grove, let me ask about what homes, all the homes done? How many of the homes are still in progress?
So you're asking me, I just got in last
Oh,
night.
I know, exactly.
So
I didn't know that. Okay, I'm just
All
curious.
I know is we have built all the homes.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
we have done homes that, we have sold homes that are be painted and trimmed. There's some specialty items.
Yeah.
The one thing that we're working on right now, we'll have a meeting today at 5.
Oh.
Are all the decks, the roofs, the porches, the sheds, and all that stuff that has to be built.
Sheds,
if
decks,
they're built,
roofs.
where we're at, and we'll give you an update on all that. But
Okay.
as we have, this is the thing that I think is really unique, is we have 72 homes that we have to set up, hook up water, power, and sewer, level it off, put it on piers, get all that ready for people to live in. 72 of them. It's not going to be done in an afternoon. So we also have production here. We have people that have bought Black Friday homes
Yeah.
that have been waiting for their home because we had the Grove to build.
Right.
Now we're already almost into April. It's taken longer than it has because of the Grove.
Right.
The construction. These homes took longer to build because they were 10 by 20, 12 by 20, and not the 8 by 20 critter box that we're known to build 4 or 5 a day.
Right.
So it's taken longer. The
It
trim,
didn't take, honestly, it didn't take as long as extra that I thought it was going to be.
It's been amazing
honestly.
what we've done.
It has been.
And I'm one to always overdo everybody. I'm saying,
Always.
hey, I know we can get these
Girl.
done at this time, and we didn't. But now that we're backlogged, these people that bought their home on Black Friday and before that and after that,
Right.
it's about 140 homes. We're already doing them. You can see them right there. That's the 20-foot incredible boxes.
Yeah.
And so they're going to be picked up, and about probably I would say 8 to 9 weeks, that whole order is done.
Is done. I know.
And it's fulfilled.
Which is a big testament for the assembly line. That's what an assembly line is about. I mean, we're talking the homes, getting the trailer in, putting it down the line, and the house gets done.
Well, you know what was unique is everybody, I thought all these years, because I'm a carpenter, I like building new stuff all the time.
Yeah.
When we did the Incredibox, I was always concerned the guys are going to be bored.
Yes.
Right? And they would get a redundancy, and they say,
Yeah.
I don't want to work here because it's still the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not happening.
That is not happening.
You know, they actually tell me they like doing the same thing
Yeah.
because they're becoming more efficient at it, and then
Yeah.
they feel accomplished.
Yes.
So that was new to me. And
Yeah.
also, what's really been good here, and I thought when we started, I thought this was going to be cool, but people are cross-training.
Yes.
So now most of the guys out here can do 3-4 different jobs throughout the assembly line.
Right.
So if somebody's sick or somebody's behind, what do you got to do? They jump in, they help, they get going.
Yeah.
So it's really, I talked to the supervisors, and there's a real good dynamic out here.
There really is. Yeah.
And I'm proud of that. I'm happy that the guys can do that, and it's just hopefully it's just nowhere but up from here.
Well, and another thing, whenever we had a meeting last week, and I'd brought up that all the supervisors having log sheets to keep up with daily because they're busy all through the day, and it's going to be a new thing for everyone.
Yeah.
We try to keep up. We all know what everybody does, kind of. Some people we don't know exactly how much of a load. So for time management wise, that's something that we're changing in the company. Is that everyone, Amber, Alyssa, me. Everyone, all the supervisors are going to keep up with what is done throughout the day to make sure that it's the most efficient that it can be. It's great right now, but it could be better, or it could be that it's on track. So we're putting that into place, and that's a new thing for everybody, and that's going to be very telling of everybody, because then you can switch people if you need to. Maybe this person can go over here, it's better suited for that, or whatever has to be done. So that's going to be exciting to make it more efficient. Okay.
Whatever she said.
Whatever she said. Sucking Sonic. I'm gonna get a T-shirt.
It's
It
so
says
odd to hear
Suckin'
you
Sonic.
talk.
If
If you would have just seen her 15 minutes before we turned this thing on, screaming in here, yeah. But you know what?
But you know what?
But I'll tell you, probably the greatest asset Amanda has, and I've known this since I first met her, is her common sense outdoes any kind of educational credentials that somebody could come in here and look and run or do anything. Her
Thank
common
you.
sense,
That's nice.
absolutely. I have seen it time and time again to what do you call it?
Supersede.
Supersede, checkmate anybody.
Checkmate. I like
Yeah,
that.
anybody
A lot.
that comes in here and
Checkmate.
has this we
this-
call it highfalutin, or we have them
Highfalutin.
kind of come in here and say, well, I think it should be done this way. And
Yeah.
it ends up just obliterating them because of the common sense
Yeah.
that makes things work here.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
we have learned that common sense and just thinking about how it needs to be done.
Yes.
And that's the thing, and I don't want to get on this, and you guys know this, is when you deal with municipalities.
Yes, correct.
And you have to, there's so much junk that you have to work through. There's so much bureaucracy
Red tape,
to
they
get
call
red
it.
tape to
Yeah.
get to common sense.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you'll never get there.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just want to hopefully that we'll always have that good common sense
Yes.
way of handling things here.
I love how we do that. I love how we
Yeah.
just bring that out, and having more conversation and stuff like that brings it out, and having meetings and stuff brings stuff out, suggestions and things like that. I know you're still talking about like just here, but things like that I brought up, gates, how people
Okay.
are going to in and out.
Let me get back to the communities.
Okay, go back to
All
the
right.
communities.
So in the communities, this place has been under construction. You got the
It
Grove.
has.
The Grove, we got 72 homes parked outside all over this place.
It
and
is.
they are packed and stacked, and we were running out of room. Now we're building more Incrediboxes, and they need room.
Yeah.
So then we've had a problem with, we have 180 trailers here for Incrediboxes. On site, 180.
And listen, and all of them are at Gloria's house
On the prairie.
on the prairie.
Well, they've been moved today.
They were moved today.
We're trying to get them across the street. The people here, they've been so nice.
They've been very patient.
Very patient because I have put materials over on the prairie near the beach, over by the forest, and it's been a mess here. And so
you know what? Gloria had a trailer view.
So we are moving all the trailers. We got these cedar poles. I've been collecting cedar poles forever, right? I love these cedar poles.
Yeah, I do
well,
too.
we're gonna line our black wall that we have between the prairie and everybody else, and I'm gonna put all the cedar poles like my fingers. You know, like the old fort, and they're gonna be you won't see the fence anymore.
I know it's
All
gonna be
these cedar
nice.
poles.
I love that.
I've been collecting them, but they've been scattered all over the place. Looks
Lord,
like
toothpicks.
Look,
And look. 52. What is it? The pickup, those pickup sticks. Yeah.
It looks like we dropped them from an airplane. And they're everywhere.
Yes, it did.
So anyway, we're cleaning all that up.
Cleaning it up.
And thank you to the people here in the community. You know, and this is why I think in my mentality, it's so good to have people here that are living it because it's $200 a month.
Yeah.
Right? It's not $600-800 a month. It's
It ain't
not
$750 like we heard up our Knoxville
yeah,
for an
not
RV
that.
park.
And
A
you
spot.
know, they know this is a manufacturing. They know that it ain't gonna always be that way, and so they love this place. And I really think it is a big family because they know that they got a great deal on their home. They know we're trying to make a living. They know that we're trying to get ahead, and they know that it ain't gonna stay that way. And so as the money comes in and as we make money, we'll put it back into the community, and that's what I want to talk about. Is
about the gates.
The forest is going to have its own entry gate. So right now we got one entry into the place. And there's going to be 240 people live here, plus the company building and going and trucks and coming. So I thought, you know what? I don't want everybody to have to contend with all these trucks and all the traffic. So we opened up a gate at the forest. Now, right now it's just an entryway, but we're going to have a remote control security gate at the forest so they can just go into the forest.
Correct.
Then we're going to put a same kind of a gate over here at the prairie. And they're going to have their own remote control, and the prairie is going to be to the prairie.
Yes.
Now, I'm not trying to do that to separate anybody out here.
No.
I'm trying to do that to asset the place for security and for privacy and
for crowd control.
All that. So then the other part is when they come in the main gate, for now, they'll be going into the beach and the grove, right?
Yes.
So, and I've got some ideas on how we may change that up because we do have entry into our company, and we got tractor trailers and deliveries of stuff here all the time.
Right.
So we want to
separate that part of it. We want to separate the big trucks, employees coming in and stuff like that. We don't want the residents to have to deal with that of the employees coming in and out for lunch and all that stuff. So we want to have that entrance separate, and so they can have their own privacy and they're just their residents going into their home.
Yep, and we added 100 more feet to this building.
Yes.
So it went down along the beach. There's 100 more feet to the building that we've got almost done. But we're going to continue that wall and put a fence, a metal fence wall all the way around the manufacturing facility.
Yes.
It's going to be nice. It's going to be clean.
I'm so excited.
All the materials will be inside. No more trailers, no more poles, no more nothing. All clean, nice, neat. Landscape, trees around it. That's where it's going to go.
Yes.
I'm excited about that. It's
very exciting
because we don't have the money to do all that at once.
Well, and two, we've got more than 2 things to do a day. I mean, we're talking. It's like there's hundreds of things.
Everybody's moving.
We're
trying to get the office done. You know, I would have never done this office. I swear I would have worked out of my car.
I know.
And you know, I was gone, and Amanda said, guys, and she just put everybody to work. She said, we're putting boards up, we're putting lights up.
I'll show you tomorrow what.
She's got the bathrooms done, the office done, the doors done, the lights done.
I came in and I went, no.
And I'm glad she did.
No.
Because I get so much focused. I'm like, we got to build. Tom and I are like that. Just build homes.
You guys are built.
Going.
That's great, though. But there's things you got to have done in the proper, because if you don't, they never get done.
Yeah.
And now things are getting done, and we're gonna do a tour tomorrow, so I'll show you that.
Okay.
It's exciting.
All right. So the next thing is a question or an answer is the mountain across the street.
Yes.
So the mountain is soon as the grove. We've got a crew of excavators on the mountain putting in the sewer. As soon as the grove is completed, we're going to put another crew out there, and we're going to hammer it. I'm thinking even getting maybe a third company to go in there and just get it done.
Yes.
And we are on it. We are on. I'm hoping the mountain will just. We got great weather coming. We got the dry season coming. We got the summer coming, and it's just time to kill it. And I am so ready to get the mountain done just as much as everybody else is. It's taking way too long.
It has taken way too long, and we know that, and there are reasons for everything. It's just the way it went. But I'm going to tell you something. And the people, the original, the OG people who signed on with us, thank you for hanging in there with us, and thank you for believing in it, even though it has taken longer. But it is going to be so well worth it to be over there, and you're going to be in a beautiful resort, and you're going to be rewarded for having the lower lot rent. You absolutely will, and we appreciate that.
$300 a month to live in a resort. I mean,
a beautiful resort.
Yeah, beautiful mountain resort.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that's the mountain, which will be, Buffalo Creek. We talked about it, and that's going to be something. You really don't want to get into Buffalo Creek. It's going to be a development. We're going to be building in it.
It's another part, two different entrances. You might want to talk about that.
Totally separate. So the mountain, 160 acres, 85 acres for the mountain right now has got a separate. It's all separated, and then the Buffalo Creek is down the road, and it's going to have its own entrance, and it won't be affiliated. So,
hey, Brian.
And it's going to look different, but the mountain will be developed. We're going to be heading that, and we'll do another video on just the mountain. That's
exciting because we did a video. Was it last week or the week before last it was last week that we walked up Buffalo Creek. It was a beautiful day, really pretty over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
The other thing.
From there, I want to talk about Abbeville.
Yes.
Crystal, Nevada, right? And that are out-of-state properties that we're looking at developing.
Yeah, well, and I just want to say this too, that, and we talked about this earlier, is that, places, a lot of cities, a lot of counties and things like that, they get very complacent, very like you don't want to rock the boat. Nobody is wanting to take on tiny homes. It's a new thing, new meetings, new restrictions, new codes, things like that. It's different, right? We absolutely love the people who are just willing to, hey, let's check into it. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if it's something that's needed here. What's going on. But we have some people who just say no right out of the chute. And it's like, how can you do that? And this is what I was telling Randy, is that the people that we meet and our followers and all the business that we've been in for 8-9 years, they want tiny homes. People that live in towns want tiny homes. And they are trying to help us, help their community, help America have affordable housing.
Yeah.
So that's what's hard. Anytime you start something, it's tough. A new thing, it's tough to present that. And Newport, we just can't thank them enough for being there, showing how it can be done. And this is something that we are presenting to the rest of the country.
Yeah.
The rest of it, because we want to do nationwide.
Yeah.
And tell about affordable housing and its tiny houses, and we feel that's the answer.
Yeah.
Communities. The communities is the way to go.
We are doing everything we got city sewer, city water, cities, we got streets, we got roads, we got all that stuff. We're doing it.
We're doing it.
We're not, and the houses are built right. They're not junky. The places are looking good.
They're beautiful.
So, for Crystal, we're moving along. It's anywhere you go, there's going to be bumps and stuff.
There is.
And so at Crystal, we're probably going to have to invest a little bit more into the streets, and hey, we'll get in there and we'll pave the streets if we have to. If we got to bring in the water system, we got to run water to every lot, we will. And if we have to, the sewers, we'll put a sewer on every lot. It's just the way it is. I think Nevada was kind of cool because I heard, and I heard, and I'm going to make sure it's right, is that we can put in our own sewer system physically.
Oh, really?
It'll be inspected, but we get to dig it ourselves. That's going to save thousands of dollars.
Really?
Yeah, I love it. So I'm still excited about Nevada.
Well, and two, the one thing that we want to stay excited about, because it's something that the company here believes in, Randy believes in, and that he's taught me and Lucas and everything, we do believe in off-grid. It is an exciting thing. I want to try it at my house to see how works.
Why not?
Why not?
I mean, it's sunshiny 342 days out of the year.
Exactly. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to learn. I think our followers want to know more about off-grid. Even if you're somebody like me I've never had gas in my house. I'm one of those, you just have electric, you pay a light bill, and you just move on with life, right? But it's exciting to me. When me and Lucas did the IPP Power video and stuff, I just think it's great. I want to try it for myself just to know it, because it's a part of freedom like you were talking about American Freedom. American Freedom, when you did the house and named it that, it's not only the home that you live in, but it's how you live too. And to have freedom from bills that weigh people down so heavy, this is what it's a part of. So the house saves you money, the solar saves you money. We're doing everything possible to save you money. That's what affordable housing is. That's what affordable housing is.
I mean,
being free.
Think about it. We go to Crystal, we got to put way more money than we thought.
Yeah.
We'll do it just like we did all these other places.
That's right.
We got to put roads, water, power, and sewer. That's what we'll do, and we'll be according to it.
And two, our motto: choose tiny,
live free.
Live free. That was a long time ago. You did that.
And that's our motto. And so I'll come to Crystal. We'll build the community, and it'll be whatever surface roads they got to have, and the lots, and the water, and the sewer, and we'll make it work. And it'll take a little bit longer than we thought. Sure. But the thing is with that, it's further from home. Yeah. To me, I got that because I thought it's the future.
Oh, and the property's paid for.
They were done.
We got it. So. Yeah.
So we don't owe any money on the lot, the property.
It's not
killing us. Sit there, and we'll work it over time, which I'm excited about that.
And I'm also, which it's probably a leeway into Abbeville. Yep. And just an update on that.
Now, Abby, you want to tell?
Well, I'll tell about it.
You're kind of like the spirit. She's going to actually oversee Abby.
Yeah, I've been talking to the officials and people.
While you do that, can I go to the restroom?
Are you kidding me?
I gotta go.
Are you kidding me? Man. That is not how you do a video.
Talk about it.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay. Well, I will. Anyway, Amber's over. Amber's over there, got the pledge going. I mean, everybody's cleaning and going on. Well, one of the things I want to tell you about Abbeville is that I just absolutely love the town. You saw the videos that we did and everything. Hi, Ace. Ace was there. He went to Abbeville. Loved it. We've been I have been in contact with the officials there. They are still going over reviewing everything. Everything's going very well, and we're just waiting. We're letting the process happen. And lovely people. I love Mike's very nice. I've been emailing and I've talked to him on the phone and stuff. Chris that's over there, talked with him, and a lot of them's on the email. It's on there as well. So, but everything's going the way it needs to go, being reviewed, and we'll keep you updated on that. We've had some customers, had some followers and stuff that have visited Abbeville. They absolutely loved it. They saw what we saw, that it was just absolutely charming. It's such a cute little town. Somebody, I don't remember who it was there this past weekend. Absolutely loved the food. I mean, food was great. The people were great. We love the property. The property, we have the property. So we got the property, but it's contingent on all of the, what they approve and what they want to happen there. And I think they're excited too. They're just trying to figure it out, just like any other place that we would go to. Let's say we went, somewhere in Indiana, or we went, we're in Crystal, wherever we go to. There's a process and you have to follow through it. So that's what we're waiting on there. Anywhere else we would go, we'd do the same thing. But we have fell in love with Abbeville, and there's a lot of pieces of property there that's really pretty. I just love the whole town. I could walk around the town all the time.
Did you mention what Tim said about the couples that went down there and stayed a couple days?
Yep, I just said that.
Oh, you did that? Good.
Yeah.
There's the people, the business owners, all that stuff.
Oh, that's something else I want to mention too, is that, with all of this in Abbeville, there is town square properties that we showed that are available. And that is an opportunity. If you are one of the people who is going to buy into Abbeville and go live down there, you might be retired, or you might be wanting to, to start a little business or something. You might want to inquire about what they have available there to help the town to, get those empty buildings live, get some life to it.
And of course, when we develop there, I want to take the beauty of Abbeville, the old architecture, the picket fences,
we love that,
the lawns and all that, and we're going to implement that in the design of the community.
Something that I brought up at the meeting that I was at before I left is that one of the things that if we get to do all this on the property, is we want to involve the community with it too, and maybe even have them help name the roads and things like that, stuff that's historical, because
That's a great idea.
because Abbeville is historical, and we want to keep that whole theme.
Yeah.
But like Randy said, we love the fencing and we loved all the architecture and stuff like that. So we want to implement that. We want you to go that 1 mile, 2 miles down on the sidewalks and see that is still an extension of the town square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Really pretty.
how I feel like when I want to come into a community,
Yes.
even Crystal, you know what we thought about when we Crystal? We come in there's big chuck holes as you come into the road.
Yeah.
The main road into Crystal. Scott and I both said, you know what? We should come in here and repave this.
Yeah.
We should come in here and fix the chuck holes and fix the road.
Yeah,
Because we're going to be adding to the community.
Right.
So it's just like Abbeville. When we come there,
We
the
don't
side,
want-
you
you
know
don't-
the sidewalk that you have to walk
Yes.
all the way down? I'd like to say, hey, we're going to weed eat it. We're going to clean it up. Help everything that we can do to make it look right. So we want to add to the community. We're not there to take away.
We're not there
from
to
the
take
community.
away, we're there to add.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you what, when everybody, I think everybody's going to be really impressed with our people, because we have some of the best followers, the best customers.
Sure do.
The community people, I mean,
Yeah.
it's already been proven. Our communities and stuff, the people have come together. They help with stuff all the
They
time.
pick up litter around
They
here,
pick up
down the
trash.
road.
They do all kinds of
But
volunteer
you know why,
work.
Linda?
It's
And
wonderful.
I don't mean to cut you off, but you know the reason why? It's $200 a month.
$200 a month, yeah.
They're grateful. People
Yeah.
are grateful, and that's why I want to keep it that. I want to do my best to always keep our
I
lot
agree.
rent low. And I know, some people that are investors or whatever, they think they're like, oh, he's cutting his own throat. 200. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Now, will it go up in the years to come? Of course it will. It's got to come up something because the cost of living goes up,
Right,
right?
exactly. It's just normal.
But it's going to be a
It's going to be
fraction of what everybody
so
else is.
minor compared to what the everyone else.
All right, so you're done with Abbeville, the
So
mountain,
we
and
talked about
Crystal?
the Grove, Crystal, the mountain.
You done that?
Did you do the mountain? Yeah,
Yep.
you talked about the mountain.
Yep.
And we talked about the gates and the entrance and everything. The cedar poles, the trailers, we talked about that.
Cleaning all that
Cleaning
up.
everything up, locking everything up.
Okay, so I want to tell you, I want to
Go
talk
ahead.
about money. Money is,
I'm ready to talk about money.
well, the money I'm talking about is the money you're giving us for these deposits,
Yes.
right? So we're getting money for Abbeville and Crystal, Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we do with that is a $10,000 deposit. We call that's your membership fee that you're paying for your lot, right?
Yeah.
You don't own your lot. It's a membership fee.
It's to be a
We're-
part of the community.
The contract that you sign is always a contingency contract with these new developments
Mm-hmm.
for your deposit. So just to let all you out there that are not investing in our company, but you're wanting to see how this works,
Yeah.
or you may be critical of how we're doing business. Their money is protected. We take that $10,000, we put it in an escrow account. We do not use it for the building of anything
No.
here. We don't use it for any of our own construction, nothing. It sits there until we close the deal.
Right.
Then we need to buy the land, start the infrastructure, and we start using that money to do what we need to do to develop that community. Okay? If we go to Abbeville and they shoot us down, it's still got to go before 2 planning commissions. They say, we do not want you here, we give the money back. Crystal the same way. If we can't do what we got to do there, we give the money back.
Yeah.
That's all. I just wanted to let you know that I just want to make sure that the world knows what we're doing.
Right.
And that if you have any questions like that, I'm telling you, it's 850 Industrial Road, and I'm sitting here if you want to come and talk.
Okay, now stop saying that.
I just want
You
to.
were not, I'm
You
gonna
didn't
no,
hear what I heard.
I'm gonna
You didn't hear what I heard,
I'm
Nella.
gonna tell you what he said last week. The last video that we were on, he said, 850 Industrial Road, come down and see me. You know what his butt did? He got on a plane and left.
Bye.
Bye! He was out!
Make an appointment.
He was out of here. He ain't never here. Don't ever come here for him. You
Yeah,
lying,
right.
you lying
Oh,
dog.
he's here.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Amber, did you see him last week? I didn't see him.
I didn't leave till Thursday.
Lessa, did you see him? I didn't see him.
Road Junction right there.
Alyssa booked the tickets. She's an enabler. Well, good. What else you want to talk about?
All right, what's on my list?
Honey pot?
All right, I want to ask a question to the people out there.
To the people.
To the people. I want to ask a question, and you guys, and I know all the followers, people that watch this, I don't know how many people will even watch this video, but You guys that do, if I offered financing for the Incredibox, in-house financing,
In-house. Let me write that down.
would it help you buy a house here? Now, these are my terms, and I'm going to tell you what the financing terms would be. It's going to be $5,000 down, $500 a month.
Okay. Now this, and I just want to say this, because we've talked about this before as well. This is a video, not a contract. So this is what you're saying now, and this is what we're going to try and come to life.
I'm just asking a question.
I'm just saying what I'm saying.
And I'm saying. If anybody out there, would that
help you? Is that what is that a fit for you?
So
it's a question.
And
this
I know
is
why
not
she's
a
saying that,
contract.
because everybody's like, oh, he
said this on the video.
You're gonna take it wrong. It is not offered yet.
It's not offered
This is
yet.
a question. If anybody, send us an email.
Can I ask you
Let
a question?
us know that if we
Taylor Swift.
offered a $5,000, just $5,000 down, $500 a month, that's it. I'm talking credit score doesn't matter. No, all I want is your wedding ring, your four-wheeler, your car, some kind of collateral.
Right, yeah.
All right.
And can I say this too?
I'm not done.
I know you're not. You ain't never done. Well, what I was going to say is that we have actually tested this little thing that you did, this right here, and it worked out. We did it with about 5 or 10 people. They all paid. They all honored the contract. They all put up collateral. They all did what you asked to do, and it worked. And I love the system. It's something that no one would ever do in business, but I loved it, and it did work because people need this type of help, and I'm glad you're doing it.
It was no credit score. I didn't care about that.
We didn't look it up.
You know what I did is, I don't know if we're going to do this. Oh, let me just finish up what my proposal is. I'm thinking about this. It's $5,000 down, $500 a month. It will take 6 months to get your home.
Yep.
But you make payments immediately. So by the time you get your home, you have paid $8,000 on your house. Okay?
Yep.
So the reason I'm doing that is I know there are going to be people that will take that house and never make another payment. People will do that. There's going to be, Amanda, there's going to be people.
It ain't happened yet.
It ain't happened.
It
but
ain't
you
happened.
have to know that it could happen, right? And we
True.
need that operating money to build the house.
Right, exactly.
So if we get,
because that protects us.
so if we get half of the money in 6 months, then that gets us going on your house, right? And then we get your house out. Now, once we start, because we can build 5 a day, it's going to be clicking, right? So, but what happens is, it's $5,000 down, and you start making your payments. You're going to make payments anyway whenever you're going to start doing it. We're just asking you to do it before you get your house, and then when you do get your house, really you're 6 months ahead on the payments.
You know what? I love your
And there's no interest.
I love your deals, and I love that you have these plans that come up, because you know what? It's something back in the day. I remember my mom, we wanted a trailer so bad whenever I was a kid and stuff, and me and her, she would take me and we would go look through. Remember how trailers used to just be set up on a lot and they'd let you go walk through them and stuff, and we would just dream and stuff? Well, they never could get anything because Mom and Dad never had good credit. They never had any money, and they never had an opportunity like that, because I always wanted a brand new trailer. I probably still would. But anyway, I'm just saying. But deals like this, and for you doing stuff like that, and to do it on such a bigger scale, it would really help a lot of people. A lot of people. Because what we found out, is mainly our customers are single ladies. Yeah. They are people who are on a fixed income. They are, that it would help them greatly.
Well, I'm considering, and I got to play all this out. I don't know, but I am considering how. I know a monthly payment. That's $500 is probably getting up there, but we have to have money.
But it's a house.
It's going to help us, and it's a house, and you guys get it paid for in less than 4 years, right? If you do an Incredibox.
And then you own your home.
You own it.
You own it and take it anywhere you want to.
There you go.
You own your home.
So I just wanted to let you guys know and see what you thought. $5,000 down.
Just give us some feedback on it.
$5,000 down, $500 a month.
Yeah.
You get your house in 6 months.
What size though? What are we talking about?
Hang on. Let me get all this down. $5,000 down, $500 a month, 6 months before you get your house, and hang on. No interest, right? No interest on your money. What I'm probably going to do, because there is a administration, we have to. if hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people do this, we gotta have a software, a computer, and an
I mean, we
office
gotta have
person on it.
something to cover
Yeah,
our
so what we're
costs.
gonna do is we're gonna add a few payments to it.
Okay, like
So-
an admin fee or something?
Yes, it'll be, so like if it's 40 payments, you
We'll
probably end up paying 43 payments.
Okay,
It'd be
so-
$1,500.
But we'll figure it out.
But that'll be added, but there's no interest. Like if you did a home or you did a trailer like she's talking about, you end up paying 2-3 times what the house actually
Oh, I
was
know.
cost.
Most of my
Here you're gonna
family
pay-
did that.
Maybe you'll pay $1,500 because you financed it, and
Yeah.
that's it.
And we'll figure all this out.
What it comes down to, because we manufacture homes, is because all I want to do is keep building homes.
Right.
I know there's probably money on the table because we're not charging interest, we're not doing all this. I don't want to do that. I want to build homes, and that's all I want to do. So if it can help you guys and you help me, we're a partnership to where you pay us and we build you a home. You're going to get your house before you paid us. You're going to get it and you're going to be living in it.
Right.
And we haven't got our money, right?
Well, and two, I want to ask the question, and
Okay.
this may be something that has to be worked out. Now, are these homes that will have to stay on property, or is it homes that can
No.
go to Hawaii?
They can go to Hawaii.
Okay, so,
These homes can go anywhere.
okay, so this will be an anywhere home. This will not be that you have to get a lot with it and all that kind of
Nope.
stuff. Okay,
Nope, but we will
Okay.
do it. And if this is something that you guys like, we will finance on our lot too. Now, she asked a question. What house does this pertain to?
yeah, what is this?
Right now, this only pertains to Incrediboxes.
Incrediboxes, so 8x16
And 8x20.
and 8x20.
Oh, in the Add-A-Box too.
And I'm so glad you brought that, because we need to talk about that.
Yeah. And
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, we'll probably do another video.
We'll do a video
We'll
on
do a
that
video
box.
for that. Okay.
The Add-A-Box is a big deal.
It
It
is.
is a
I'm
big
excited
deal.
about that.
You guys know, and I know we don't want to get on this, but we're building one. You can have an Incredibox. I'm using my hand. This is an Incredibox, and you put an Add-A-Box next to it. Do you know it's 16 foot wide and 20 foot long?
Wow.
16 by 20
Yeah.
for under $50,000.
Wow. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Try and find a house now. Have you, have you been out there trying to look for a home?
Yeah.
Do you know Alyssa and them got approved for a loan a year and a half ago? They never was able to find a home. Every time that they went to go get a home, whenever it met all the details and everything, contingent, almost, it would have some kind of a, something, it was going to say, they could not find anything. They quit looking. They were so aggravated, they quit looking for a home. Can I help you? Do we have an appointment?
Not yet. Yep.
Yeah. Now, in other news,
I know.
and over in Africa,
Yeah, and well, another thing that we're going to be getting into, and this is probably the end, we'll end up here, is that we're looking into getting modular certified.
I can't believe it. I just told somebody that this morning. I just
Really?
whispered. I said, I don't know it yet. I said, but we're
Yeah.
very close to getting modular certified. Now, explain what that
So
means.
a modular home can replace any stick-built home. And stick-built means on the foundation, permanent dwelling, building up off the ground. All your permitting is you got an inspector that comes and checks the wire, the plumbing, the framing, and all that insulation and all that stuff. If we're modular certified, we can actually take and do an ADU. So if you are in one of the 8 to 10 cities in, I know, California,
Oh.
that said, hey, tiny homes can be an ADU, right, in a backyard, this modular certification can actually help in the what do you call it, the permitting and the
Yeah.
how it's certified in your backyard. So think about it.
So it bypasses a lot of red tape.
Think about this. If you, in California, from what I heard, ADUs are costing $200,000.
Okay.
We can take an Incredibox and an Add-A-Box, which is what, 45,000,
Okay.
and put it in the backyard as an ADU if they're modular certified to fit all the criteria. And we're going to jump through those hoops and build them. What do we have?
Yeah.
Man, we could open up the ADU market and flood it with our
That would be
Incredibox.
amazing, because I don't know what more that you can actually prove for that you have to be for modular, because the the RV certification that
Yeah.
we have is like, oh my gosh, I mean, it checks so many boxes.
Right.
Couldn't
And
be
it-
too many left.
And when you get in a modular, you get in park model, you get in a mobile home, they all have all their tweaks and how we
Their
have to
little
do.
stuff. But
And,
we're close to
we're
that.
looking into HUD approval and all that. And if we do, we just want to make sure that we can hit the ADUs. Everybody, we can build 5 a day. and we can build up to 800 homes a year. That takes a lot of marketing. It takes a lot of people knowing who we are and what's going on. I know our video, and I can't thank you guys enough to watch this video, but it's only going to reach so many people. And it's just, it is a drop in the ocean of people knowing who we are.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
People
Exposure.
People say we're celebrities and all that stuff. We are in our own little fish pond.
Our little tiny
little
pond.
bitty fish pond, and I can't thank you enough for thinking we are. But man, we're nothing. We're not mainstream. And but these videos, and this YouTube channel has built this.
It has.
It is the marketing that built this factory and everything that we've done.
It's the only marketing we've done. Now you started doing a few shows and stuff like that. Are you going to do any more shows? We're kind of thinking about that, right?
Shows.
Coming up with a plan, like shows, you just shows,
festivals,
home
tiny
shows.
home
Yeah.
shows.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably going to back off on
Just
any
a little bit.
any of the home shows for a while. They cost a lot of money.
They do.
For us to go to cross the country, I mean, you're talking to get an incredible. I mean, the park model out there.
The Birmingham.
Birmingham,
Wow.
you're looking at minimum
Oh.
just getting it there with fuel, stage, driver, truck, 10 grand.
Oh yeah.
That cost us.
Exactly.
And then we had people fly out there. We had a truck out there.
People
we took
staying the night,
Incredibox
having
out
to
there.
eat, all that
I
stuff.
flew
It's
out
a
there.
lot of expense.
I mean, it may have been 20, 25 grand we used for just that show.
I know, exactly. Even though whenever you sell the home, you know, you just got to think about what the expenses was. You didn't just get the full amount for that home. You got your expenses that come out. So it's something we're going to think about. And then if we do go to another show or go somewhere off property and stuff, we're definitely going to let you know and promote it so you can be there and, visit and be there.
Want to let you know too, gosh, there's so many things to
There's
talk about.
so much stuff.
Our remote sales staff. So we have a program that you guys can sell our homes for. So it's
Independent sales.
Independent. I call them remote, independent. That if you would like to sell our Incredibox, not our model line because they're a little bit more involved, and that could be a future thing to sell them. But right now it's our Incredibox line of homes. If you would like to sell our Incrediboxes, you can go onto our website. You can apply for ITH employment, and then go through the process and get a 4-digit number that identifies you when you sell a home. That you get a $500. What?
But you get a
What do you call it?
$500.
You get $500 for selling it.
Yeah.
So
you get $500.
you get money.
You
all
get
right?
money.
And the people that you sell it to get a $500 discount.
Yes.
We do not offer that here. If you call our office, we do not give you a $500 discount because we want to honor our remote salespeople. So we take $1,000 cut off these houses, which is, we're not making a lot off them anyway. But it's we want to build homes.
Want to build
we're
homes?
offering it.
Yeah.
So if you love our product, you know our product, you like the Incredibox and the Add-A-Box and how we're doing this, and I'm super excited about it. You can go and be a remote salesperson. I'm going to tell you that it cost us $1,000 a house when they sell a home, but just in 1 year, about a year, I guess. Now I came up with that idea to promote sales.
Yeah, it was September.
It was September? Mm-hmm. Okay, so not even a year yet.
No.
Our remote sales staff have sold a little over 50 homes. If you take 50 homes times $20,000, that's moving over $1 million of revenue through this company.
That
and it
would
didn't
not have
cost us.
happened had you not come up with that program.
Right.
That's amazing.
So we had to give $1,000 away. Mm-hmm. So it cost the company 50 grand. Mm-hmm. We didn't pay it out.
No.
But the $500. But so to make $1 million, that's gross.
You had to put 50,000 in.
Put 50 in, and that's what I'm like.
That's
let's
genius.
keep doing
I'm
it.
sorry. Just the stuff, the ideas and stuff that you come up with you made $1 million for the company just for that. I mean, I know you won't say it like that, but $1 million was made from September to February. And keep in mind, in February, I think there was only one house or two houses that was sold in February. So from September to December, you made the company $1 million. Now, I'll give it to you. By God, give it to you. There you go. That's amazing. I'm very impressed. Very impressed. So do it again.
Do it again.
Alyssa's like, okay, do it again.
So if you guys want to be a part of that, it doesn't cost you anything. All you have to do is sign up, get a 4-digit number, and you can sell. There's so many gimmicks. I was coming home last night on the plane.
Yeah.
And I was on TikTok sitting on the tarmac, and I was like, I'm going to send Bryce, my son, a cool thing. It's like, you can make $7,000 a month, and doing this and that. And I sent it to him, and he said, Dad, I went down all those rabbit holes. And he said, Dad, almost all of them are scams. You know,
Yeah.
this is
We're
not
not
a scam.
a scam. It's not a scam.
You sell a house, you get $500.
Yeah.
And that's it, done. And if you want to know and want to talk to any of the sales reps that have sold homes,
Yeah.
we'll be glad to give you their number, and you can call them and say, hey, how was it? Did Randy pay you the money?
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
We also have a program that if you don't want your money and you want to sell 20 homes,
Yeah.
I'll give you a house instead of pay you $500 a month.
Yeah.
So you want a home of your own and sell 20 homes, I'll give you, and you're doubling your money.
Or you can be on the program to where you can, people are working towards their own home, and you can't switch the two.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, so you have to stay with one path or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So either you get the money or you trade to get your
Which
own house.
makes it exciting too, because it's kind of a little challenge. Do you want to work towards a house, or do you
Yeah.
want to get paid and pay your bills? What do you want to do?
Now I know this costs a little bit more money, but think about this right here for that financing. I just had an idea. Let's say you're a salesperson.
Okay.
But think about this in your head. You could even go with a couple people, right? The Incredibox, Amanda, I think is an amazing thing.
I do too.
All right. You as a salesperson could buy one for $5,000 down. Pay $500 a month, right? Come and get it and take it as your model and show it anywhere you want across the country.
That's
to
true.
all these festivals and all these places. And you can decorate it. You get it and you're paying $500 a month. All you need to do is sell one a month to pay that payment. So you really you're not even paying for it.
Right.
Now, if you go in it with two people, that's $2,500 and $2,500. You put the down payment down, and you're in business, Amanda.
Yeah.
Selling affordable housing across the country, and then if we offer this financing, now you have even a better way of saying, hey, where they're financing it too in-house. I'm telling you, you can be in business for yourself and for $5,000.
Right. Exactly.
And I know, and you get what? These are under $5,000, so you can pull them with a half-ton truck.
True.
We even had a lady leave out of here in a small Nissan SUV.
Yeah.
And pulled it to
Well,
Florida.
that one guy, he had that one vehicle. It was just too heavy. He had too much stuff in the Incredibox. Otherwise, he would have pulled it.
Oh, he had
an
an
Explorer? Yeah, I had an Explorer, Ford
I
Explorer.
mean, he had 10,000 pounds inside.
Yeah, he had too much stuff. That's the only reason why that didn't
Yeah.
pull.
So, I just had that thought, everybody, thinking if we do this financing, you could be in business for yourself and have an Incredibox for a model, because a lot of our sales staff said, "Wow, I wish I had a model that I could show people." Well, get one. If
Get
we do
one.
offer the financing, take it up. You 300, we have over 300 people that have signed up to sell our homes.
That is true.
I'd like to have 300,000, all right, selling our homes. But if you guys all bought a house out here for $5,000, make $500 a month, sell one a month, and
Sure.
travel to these places, go to Quartzsite in the winter and travel to BLM and just go out there and camp and hang out. It's $500 a month. Go down to these festivals and county fairs and state fairs all over the country in the summer, in the fall. Go in the winter and head south or go to the southwest and where there's people congregate to advertise these things. And if you say, hey, if we do offer these financing, I think it's going to make you guys a lot of money. It's going to make us a lot of money. It's going to give a lot of people affordable homes.
I 100% agree.
All right.
One of the things that I was thinking of while he was sitting there talking, because I wasn't listening to him, I was thinking, the new panels. Is that this week?
Wow. Man, we're bringing up a lot
I
of
know,
stuff.
but it goes along with the Incrediboxes, and it's this
Yeah.
week we get to see them.
I don't know if you'll see them this week. Today's Wednesday.
Oh, it's already Wednesday. That's
Tomorrow, one
right.
day.
Exactly.
So, all right, so what we've done is we have, and I've talked about it a little bit before, but we have ordered different foam panels to build these houses.
Yeah.
We're getting them in, I think, this week.
Exciting.
And we're going to build about 5 different models out of these new panels. The panels are 40 inches wide. They have no fasteners. There's no screws. There's nothing on them. They come in different colors. This is one standard color we got. The inside is already pre-finished. It's already painted. It's white. It's almost like they call it a knockdown finish, which kind of like a textured wall inside. The outside has a little bit of a faint corrugating print on the outside, but there's no fasteners, no screws, no nothing.
Wow, that's impressive.
It's a little more money.
I was gonna say it's got to be a
Because
little
it
bit
costs
more.
money, you know.
Yeah.
So we're going to offer this. We're playing around with it, and then we're going to show you guys what this model looks like. It's
I'm
gonna be,
excited to see that.
it looks like it's gonna be about $5,000 more per house.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But the materials are costing more than that, but we're thinking that because if we up our production, it's gonna actually lower the cost so we can justify it, you know?
I agree,
But
yeah.
what it's gonna do is that in these door pins, I think it's dark and light all the time, I don't know why.
I
But
can't see anything.
anyway, what happens is that our door panels, these are door remnants. When the economy goes down, the building industry slows down, they don't build as many doors.
Right.
It's hard for us to get these panels. We're like, oh my gosh, these panels are, look, come on. The company said, Randy, we're waiting on the panels to come, and they can't give them to us.
Yeah, exactly.
So if we purchase the panels on the new ones, they'll just manufacture.
Yes, exactly.
There's an endless supply, but they cost more money.
That's right.
So
Exactly.
anyway, this is the news, is what's coming on this year, how we're gonna implement this, see if you guys like this. I've got some different ideas about everything in
Yes.
the world. It's just
This was a
exciting.
lot. We
Yeah.
just did a whole big thing of information, but it was great. It wasn't so much of a Q&A as a more like an update of what's been happening.
Yeah.
But we will start back with the Q&As because I'm noticing more and more, there's a lot of questions
Good.
that aren't getting
Good.
answered.
Well-
And we want to make sure that you do get answered because there's so many comments that we can't get on there and answer each one.
Yeah.
So we really need to keep everybody to where they keep the information going.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Now, there's two big things that are getting ready to happen, but we're gonna hold that off.
I was going to say, don't you say, because I know what they are.
Yeah. So,
Don't you
we
say.
Can't see anything, we've been,
Pick a lot. We can't say. And it's big.
yeah,
Like big.
the biggest ever
It's the biggest
in
news.
our
It's the biggest
entire-
news ever. My
News
whole
ever.
life.
My whole
In my
life.
whole life. Yeah.
So that's exciting, and I guess I say that to you guys so you'll keep watching. You'll be like, turn it in again. Are they gonna
Oh,
give us the news?
it's exciting.
So,
and
but
stuff,
we'll
so.
know. It's gonna take a couple weeks to find
Why
out.
is it? Look. Why is it bright?
I
Now
know it. You
it's
see
brighter.
it, right? So I don't know why it's getting dark.
You know how
and
it is
dark.
in Walmart. You walk.
See, it went dark again. So I'm sorry for this.
So we went from the regular web to the dark web.
Yeah.
Is that what's happened?
Gosh.
All right. So
This has been over an hour.
I'm so bored. I'm so worn
I'm
out.
sure they are too.
I'm sure they are too. Hey,
Yeah.
I just want to say really quick that we got some new pins that say Incredible Tiny Homes on it. Got orange, black, and teal.
We're
like a dark
bona
teal.
fide.
We're bona fide. All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Randy.
Thank you,
Thank you, Randy. Just. Oh! All right. Bye, everybody.
You gonna hit the
Wait a
button or
minute.
me?
Who's gonna? That's what I was about to say. Who's gonna turn it off?
I'll go.
I'll do it. You don't. I'll do it.
Let me do it.